Good evening. Good evening. It is Monique Denton. Welcome to another episode of Sis Table Talk. I am super excited. We have one of our 50 phenomenal women. Okay, we have one of our members of the Sisters Inspired Sisters Network, Miss Magdalena, coming all the way from California, from Portland. But Magdalena, our topic tonight, we're talking about healing and healing your life. But before I get into that, I just want to let our audience know two things. Look, we are still looking for more phenomenal women to join our book anthology project, to become a speaker, and to be a part of our network. So, ladies, if you are interested in stepping up to the plate, sharing your story, inspiring and empowering another woman to overcome obstacles, to overcome adversity, and to move forward, you need to be a part of 50 Phenomenal Women. Also, Sisters Inspired Sisters Network, we are growing. We will be 1,000 diverse women that will empower 1 million globally. We have different education, we have different resources, we have networking, we have fellowship, and we have women from all around the world that are part of this network. So if you're interested in joining a true sisterhood and increasing your brand visibility, please visit sistersinspiredsisters.com. Okay, Magdalena, healing your life. I am going to turn the mic over to you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, and how you got started as the practitioner that you are.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Monique, for your introduction and for inviting me today here to this table talk. My name is Magdalena Julita, and I came really far away over 4 years ago to Heal Your Life training in San Diego, but my origin is Poland. So at the age of 44, life just gave me signs that I need to become a Heal Your Life workshop leader and come to United States. Everything was in my life, everything was like I thought that it was it was like I thought that my life is have some kind of I follow the path, and everything what I was doing, it would be like I wanted to be. But after really being in the space of unfoldment and surrender to life gave me a huge surprises, which my mind wasn't prepared for this. But because of that, I just transformed myself. And when we transform ourselves, we transform our lives. And Heal Your Life workshop in San Diego really connected me with my inner child healing. And I'm still in the process. So this is when I used to work in the corporate world in Poland, and I was very happy what I was doing because I developed myself. In 2.5 years, I developed English and Irish markets for my employee behind the desk only by myself. And we were about to open company in United Kingdom, but it was just the project fall down, it was fall apart, and I was in the space at that time. I was very grateful for everything, and that's why I know that these markets were very grew very fast because of my appreciation for everything what was happening. And when the CEO said no to the project because at that time it was political issue with United Kingdom and European Union that wanted split. So they were afraid about finances. And because of that, I felt like I was in the space that I had some kind of, how is it called, expectation what I was doing. And it fell apart. And what's next? So really it was faith, only kept me faith and trust to life. After I decided that I'm going to heal myself because I resigned from this job, and life started me giving only signs like the name of Louise Hay. I didn't know anything about this lady, only I saw that she was doing something what I wanted to do. and we had the same birthdays. Then after, it was about February 2017, and September 2017, I end up on training Louis's work to continue her legacy. And I am still in California, and I am growing, and also I'm registered a company, Life Speaks to You, because I know that how it is important when you are in a certain age, and you come from families that only believe about you have some kind of role, like you are the mother, and you have no right anything more. Just you
Yeah.
are the mother, and you have to give out to everyone, and that's all. So my journey is really, it was about understanding who I really am, and what is my role in this world.
So,
So
Magdalena,
mhm,
let me just back up a little bit. So, first of all, I just want to say that we have women in the comments that are saying hello. We have hearts. We have, when they say no, it pushes us to grow, which is absolutely, and congratulations on moving forward. But can we go back to that when you left your job? I mean, did you have a backup plan? What were you thinking? What were your goals? What were you going to do? I mean, they said no, and it was a project, obviously, that was close to your heart, that
yeah.
you knew was going to work. And you just, like I always say, you had the audacity to leave, okay, without a solid backup plan. What was that like for you, and how were you able to do that? I mean, it takes a lot of us years to get that type of courage.
So I was trusting life. This gratitude helped me to surrender myself and being in the space on unfoldment, and being in the, let's call, safe environment. Like I knew Poland, Europe. I was very familiar with this. It was very easy for me to surrender because I saw signs that every time I was provided, that every
Mhm.
time it was like being that I said yes to life, but life show me the way how can I grow. And I remember when I received no from my employer that we are not going to open company in the United Kingdom. It was, I remember these words, life take me from this job without any problems, because I was very well appreciated. Really, company owners appreciate me very much because I gave a lot this work. And
Mhm.
I asked life, just take me from this job, because I grew up, I developed myself, and I'm not going to be a customer service only to bring more sales plans to my employer, because I was in the sales export department. And it was like I didn't have any savings. My son was studying in different city in Poland. He's 28 years old right now. His name is Martin, and I just surrendered. And I knew when it was New Year Eve, and when we come back next after 2017 January, when we came back to work, and at the time I was in the space of uh, letting go medicine, because when I was 20 years old, I was hit by my ex-partner, ex-husband, and 2 years later I was diagnosed with epilepsy. So I was on the medication all the time, and because of that I said by myself, oh no, I would like to heal. And when we came back to work in New Year, after New Year in 2017, and I stopped taking medication, we decided with my doctor. And what happened after 2 days later, I just passed out, and I said I have enough. And I wake up in the hospital, and I knew that it was my way of thinking. Problem with it wasn't the problem with something like medication that didn't work. I started being familiar with myself. So to heal ourselves, we need to be aware our way of thinking, our
Mhm.
way of reacting to some circumstances. So it was my first lesson, and I was grateful for this lesson because I started being aware that whatever is happening in my life, it's not by coincidence. It was only my understanding about life. And when I wake up in hospital, and I texted to my boss that I because next week we were about to go to Birmingham to be to a sports trophy fair.
Mhm.
My employer was a producer of sports trophy, and he's my supervisor said no. So I said, okay, life gave me what I was asking. I was asking about letting me go from this job without losing good reputation, and
Mhm.
now it's time to healing. And I started going step by step. First in my city, it was small town, Stalowa Wola. I I got I was I met the girl from she was a massage. She was doing massage, but also she was a Ayurveda. She was using Ayurveda and healing. So she started putting my head with my body, because when we are responsible for everything in our jobs, our homes, we most time we are in the head. So
Mhm.
when she connected me to my head to my body, I started receiving pictures, and these pictures, images, just were guiding me. So what happened, that it turned out that my gift, later I find out, is also being clairvoyant, because our bodies has this kind of we have 9 gifts in our bodies, and we can be clairvoyant, claircognizant, clairsentient. Some people, for example, spirit uses vocal cords to just communicate with us. So answering to your question, I didn't have any background, any savings, any nothing that I can support myself to let go of a job. But I knew that what I was asking for, so I knew that it was the time for me to heal myself. And after this Ayurveda healing, I went for the workshop, and I was starting being connected to right people who guide me to the website with Louis Hay trainings. And Louis Hay, she stopped giving workshops after she had found her Hay House. So she gave authorization to Patricia Crane and Rick Nicholas, and they
Mhm.
both were starting these workshops, and they were leading over 20 years. And that's why I couldn't find anything from Poland why Louis Hay. And when I was on the training, and meanwhile, as I said, I didn't have enough money to just to go to the training, but what I was guided to sell my apartment. I had beautiful apartment in Poland. I love this place. and I was listening to the guide, at that time I didn't know that I was guiding from within, that we have some kind of intuition. Can you imagine? I was
Mhm.
in so much, I was taught differently than the life is really, who is supposed to listen to. So it was very difficult for us, for me to understand what I was doing. I was following my intuition, but I wasn't sure what I was doing. So that's my mind sometimes went crazy. But also I understood what I was asked. I also understood. I started feeling more light in my heart. So
Mhm.
I knew that I was promised myself that I'm going to choose what my soul wants instead of my fearful of mind. So it
So,
was very. Mhm.
Lena, I'm sorry, I just have to ask you this because I just want to get back to, because you talked about 20 years ago, and you talked about being hit from a ex-husband, and then developing epilepsy. So are you back on that medication or?
So at the moment, really, I became my own healer. So
Okay.
I came back to medication only
Mhm.
to really heal myself, because I knew that it was about awareness, and I'm still taking medication, but it's a small dose. And for example, in Poland, the doctor said that it is impossible to keep me alive. And the truth is, being in the United States, I like alive, excuse me, not alive, is being, healthy and whole and complete. But
Right.
the truth is, I understand that this is not about medication that keeps me. It's about, right now, I know that the source which has surround us, which has give us breath, is is awakening and keeps my body uh, just healthy. And
Wow.
this is about that's why it's important to understand who we are, because we are healer from within. And I become came when I came here, I become at the Helio Life workshop leader, also Reiki practitioner, and I am also in the medium school to be a healer. And this is a beautiful energy which surrounds us and works through us. But the truth is, like, we are own healers. And whatever, like, we go to Reiki, or maybe different also is Kahuna, Kichigong. There is a lot of healing modality with which healers work with energy. And
Mhm.
energy, so this is about, like, we healer doesn't do anything, only touches or send, or just is a channel for the consciousness, this healing energy,
Mhm.
which elevates your body to the to the to the, how is it called, our body starts to receive more light. And
Mm.
wherever there are blockages in our energy, because our body is created from energy, and currents of our currents can be blocked because of emotions and negative mental talk. So because of that, our bodies are unhealthy and we receive diseases. And there is no season for the disease. This is for sure. It's about our understanding and our programming our minds. So
Wow.
this is very important to know that our body is connected only through energy, like through there are meridians. And
Mhm.
when meridians are blocked, or our chakras are blocked, there is this harmony in our bodies, and there is this harmony in our lives. And every spiritual teacher or every healer tell everyone, I am not a healer. It's about, I am not healing you, because healer only does that. The person who is, who asks us about healing,
Mhm.
really, his surrender and spirit, consciousness, like Reiki energy, consciousness, just unblock this blockages, what caused some kind of illness, let's call like illness. For example, I had the client, my friend, she said that she asked me about Reiki session, because she said that she cannot swallow, and she had the asthma attack. And she said it was very long time, she had the first time as a child, and she never had before. And
Mhm.
what happened? She asked me about healing, about Reiki, because she couldn't swallow anything. So after one session, and she was able to swallow food, water, everything. So it was like, I didn't do anything. I was only using, I was the channel for God's energy, nothing else. So
Wow.
because we remotely, so it was like her body received what's supposed to receive. So this
Mhm.
is about, healer doesn't do anything, it's only surrender to the higher energy, and is the channel, nothing else. And we can be as a healer for ourselves, being aware, like I mentioned about my passing out do at the job. So it was
Mhm.
like about epilepsy. What I when I was working with with Louise's affirmations, because Louise was not only about Queen of Affirmations, but also she knew the causes of our illnesses. She was working with many doctors and scientists at that time to really find the reason what is behind every disharmonies in our body, what kind of thoughts we have. And when I had her first book, You Can Heal Your Body or You Can Heal Your Life, I couldn't just connect this, what she said, what she was speaking about, what I was experiencing, because I thought that I am different. But when I came to United States and I'm starting practicing meditation, I started receiving thoughts from my subconscious, exact what was in her book, but about epilepsy, is about persecution, about not wanting to live, just being very tired of life. And for me, it was finding when I started having this kind of thoughts.
Mhm.
And it was after discovery when I was 21, and I was in this relationship with my son's father, and the life wasn't like I dream about. We met in Spain, and it was, I instead of, my dream was being a model, and I became a cleaner. So it was two different awareness.
Mhm.
And because I had very low self-esteem at that time,
Mhm.
I just agreed with everyone. What every person told me, I was agreeing because I thought that it's supposed to be this way. And since like I started discovering myself and promised myself that I'm going to listen only myself,
Mhm.
I when I know that I will heal myself, when I know that I heal my life, then I know that I can rely on myself and be also reliable to others, because I know how it is to be in difficult situation, and nobody's around you who supports you, only judge you that you are doing stupid things.
Mhm.
and and
Magdalena,
and
listen, this is so good. So I hope so. We are getting a lot of comments, but I just want to say this is so good because it is helping us to put together our thought process in terms of
yeah,
how what we're thinking and our mindset and how our emotions impact the energy that we have, the energy that we give, and then how that impacts our bodies. And when you talked about your situation 20 years ago and feeling like, you wanted a family and you turned out to be a cleaner, but then you also talked about, but you took some risks. Okay, you
yeah,
sold your home, you took some risks, and look where you are now. I mean, you
yeah.
developed your own business, you're developing your own practice, and
Mhm.
really thriving in California. And of course, there's always, bumps and bruises in the road, but what do you attribute that to? I know you talk a lot about gratitude as well. How do you
Yes.
think we're able to really, you know, overcome those obstacles and adversities to get to where you are now?
Yeah, thank you for this question, because it was, for me, I remember what I said to myself, that when I left Poland, I knew that it wasn't and came to United States, I knew that it wasn't my imagination, ego wanting, that I would like to, earn money and, and live American dreams. Thanks to that, I really noticed about more. I saw more about America, really how it is truly. There is not like it's shown, outside. And because of that, I really, it was my strength within, that I knew that life brought me here for the purpose, that really, if that I surrender, that okay, I'm going to do what you want. If door were open, I received American tourist visa as an unemployed person, and the consul knew that. because
Mhm.
I said to life, if this is for you, for me, but I am going to United States, you are just, I will state the truth. And and it was for me learning lesson how to trust life. That whatever to stop manipulate, because sometimes we manipulate with, with people, with outcome, and it doesn't work. If we really would like to be honest with, be aligned with life and our purpose, what we do is about to trust. And when life, and at the time when I was in embassy, excuse me for my uh, pronunciation, in Krakow, I was the first person at that day who received tourist American visa from this consul. And I heard her talking with her assistant why she left job. So I told her that I was, I wake up in the hospital ward, and it was true. And
Mhm.
she asked me what I want to do here. So I told her that I'm going to the training, and she gave me the visa. And it was really um, trust. And where I am here right now, it's like I see myself like I am coming back to this Magdalena who was leaving Poland, who was, very trustful, who was very, very powerful and wished everyone good. Because being over 4 years here ago, here, 4 years here, it was really moving, writing the book, because as I said, I knew that this is life brought me to the United States to grow, to learn, to connect with people, to
Mhm.
inspire people, to say that life is different when we were taught.
Mhm.
So it's why I was very determined to and do everything what I could for myself, that just go from step to step, from place to place, to from friend to friend. Why I knew only one person in New York, and my journey is in California. So it was
Mhm.
a huge learning from me, even to learn how to ask, because we are taught that we cannot ask about help. and
Absolutely.
and it was like huge learning process about that. And because of this, sometimes it wasn't nice, but I asked because I had to have roof over my head. I wanted have income that I
Mhm.
can follow my dream. And I am here where I am right now. And the most important, it doesn't matter what I have or what I don't have. The most important is who I became for others, and how I feel strength from myself, from within. That I know whatever life shows me, I can manage this. Even people have different ideas about you, because they I had wonderful reflections in United States with when I was meeting new people, my friends, and they're on different stages. They're from Polish community, they're from international communities, and
Mhm.
even though we are on the pro spirituality, pro growth, but they have different ideas. They don't understand you, what you are up to, because they have no this yearning in your heart. They don't know there's something more.
Mhm.
And sometimes, even yesterday, I had with my friend conversation. She was she has been in United States longer, much longer here, and she had her beautiful story. And I encourage her to connect with you, and but be a part of this phenomenal women. But she said at the moment she's not ready yet. But what was about, she had idea about life, like life is the way it is. Be
Mhm.
grateful for everything, and just take the job, whatever gives you. But when you know that life, when life wants to give you the best, So you are not taking everything, because, for example, in my space where I'm creating my business, and I received even the person who helps me as an internship program to be more seen on social media, so I know where life wants me to go. And this is about, it's not about rejecting when somebody offers you, but ask yourself if this is aligned with what you are want to create for yourself. This is the most important, because we sometimes need to take, we have to, I see my journey here in the United States, that every time I needed to make decisions, what is the most important for me? If it's
Right.
more important for me to earn money and have some kind of peace of mind and be and lose myself, because
Mhm.
I saw myself like I was losing myself, not doing what I promised myself. And
Mhm.
sometimes I needed to choose, okay, I need to quit this job. I know that life has something more for me, and I'm going to do what I promised. And it was very trustful journey. And I am still on this path, unfoldment of really what life wants expressed through me, because this is about that. And this is a beautiful journey, like we trust ourselves, like we don't compare ourselves. I had the
Mhm.
issue here a lot with comparison. Like I felt sometimes, people have in California or United States, there are a lot of spiritual people, a lot of people who succeed as a coach, as a leader. A lot of people came from America and were known in United States and all over the world.
Mhm.
But and I see myself like I put on my to my head that I supposed to be better than I was. Like,
Yeah.
about I was to step forward, faster, 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 you can do this. And
Yeah.
and when I started working with Lewis's, first, what is ways to love yourself, stop criticizing yourself. So I said, I understood at last, okay, Magdalena, you are learning everything. You are like a child who is, because mentality in the United States is different in Europe. And also, to find yourself, there is a lot of possibilities in the United States, but also there is a lot of it's too much sometimes for what we can take, so it's overwhelming. And
Yeah.
for us it's very important, just go step by step the path what life shows us, where is door opening, where is
Mhm.
new, and then next door will be open, and
Mhm.
then we will go to the right place, really what life wants us to be, because this is about that, only about saying yes to next step, saying yes to whatever you are dealing right now. Just trust that the door will be open. Trust yourself that
And listen,
that everything. Hmm.
this has been so good. And I hope that, so there are several comments, and I hope that everyone viewing has been taking notes. We are, of course, over the time, but I don't want to go because we need to let everyone know how they can connect with you, how they can also find out what it is that you're doing, also the services that you provide. So please let us know your website, and if one of our viewers can please put it in the comments. Sarita, if you're still on, if you can put the website in the comments. Magdalena, what is your website? How can we get in touch with you?
So my website is www.lifespeakstoyou.com. Also, I am reachable on Facebook, Life Speaks to You, and my private profile, Magdalena Julita Byra. So you can contact me through telephone. On website you will find my telephone number, or you can contact me on Facebook, uh, just private message. And I'm doing, like, I am a workshop leader, Heal Your Life. I am still continuing Louis Hay legacy. Also, I'm Reiki practitioner, and so this is like I combine these two tools that the person can receive healing, also being in the space of really creating something new for herself, because really for me is message most for women, because we need to stand up, we need to just raise up. We were brought up in different way, when really life wants us to stand up, because women when women stand up, will be peace in the world, will be more love in the world, and will be more understanding. And really this mother, even energy, like mother earth is for us, is only to just be living in the communities where is peace. Really, it's about peace and love and feeling safe, and knowing that life doesn't want to kill us. Life is always to support us, and this is
I
his
love that.
yes.
Magdalena, this has been so good. Thank you, everyone, for putting the website in the chat. The website is in the chat. Also, how we can reach you on Facebook. And if you really listen to everything that Magdalena said, listen, I encourage you, all of our viewers, to go back and watch the replay, to go back and take notes. I have, this is good, thank you. This was great, thank you. All of the things that you talked about, all of the connections. And I would absolutely love for you to do a workshop for our Sis Network, which would be great, that really talks about the emotions and healing and how we can connect and how we can do better, and really to continue to share your story. So listen, everyone, go to Magdalena's website, lifespeakstoyou.com. Also, be reminded that Magdalena is one of our 50 phenomenal women who is going to share her story and her journey in our anthology, which will be coming out in November. Also, our 50 Phenomenal Women Virtual Summit, which will be in November as well. Magdalena, I want to thank you so much. We are definitely going to have a special workshop. Again, all of our viewers, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button. Sisters Inspire Sisters, please like, share, comment. Thank you so much for attending, and we'll see you again next Thursday. Have a great evening, everyone. Magdalena.
Thank you. Bye bye.
You.
Thank you.